Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Today we're gonna start in chapter 6, friction. First of all, you should know about the difference between the kinetic friction and static friction. For example, in this car, if you push it in here, the car doesn't move because there's something called static friction. For example, in here, you have some energy to push the car. You push the car, there's a powerful, and there's a point we're gonna to change to static friction into kinetic friction. This point, call it breakaway point. And this line from here to here, it is kinetic friction. This point here, it's the max point to move the car. In this state, there is no motion. The car is stopped. In here, the car is gonna be moved. Okay, we have now simple questions. In these questions, you see there's a box, and the mass is 30 kilogram, and there's a Newton. There's a force over here, is 20 Newton, and we know the gravitation of Earth is 9.8, but it's equal 10. This question 10, and the nu is 0.3. So we want the minimum force to move this box. The minimum force to move this box. So we're gonna use the friction law. It's gonna Fs equal nu s multiplied by n. This n, it's gravitation of Earth multiplied by mass. So it's gonna equal 30 multiplied 10, and the nu s we know about it's here. It's gonna multiply 0.3. So the Fs is gonna equal 90 Newton. To know the minimum force to move this box, we use the Newton laws. It's gonna summation Fx equal. This is the 90 Newton force in this direction. This is the 90 Newton. So the Fx is gonna equal the all of force in the x direction. So we're gonna 20 and 90. So it's gonna equal 20 minus 90. Why it's minus? Because in the opposite side. So it's equal minus 70 Newton. What does it mean? That means there is a force in that side we can't move this box, because if you look here, there's a 20 force in here at 90, so it's impossible to move this box. There's no minimum force to move this box. For example, if you have here 1000 Newton, for example, the same questions. In this case, the box will gonna move because the force in here is bigger than in here. It's gonna equal summation Fx equal 1000 minus 90 equal 910 Newton. In this case, the box will be gonna move, and this is the minimum force to move this box.
Assalamu alaikum, good evening everyone. Now we have a simple problem about friction. As we see, we have here a box, we have a force, it makes an angle with 30 in x-axis. We want to find the friction force and the normal force. Now, the first, we have to put the sine and cosine, which is going to be like here, it's going to be, it's cosine 30, and here b sine 30. Okay, and we have here the weight of the box is 20 kilogram. Okay, it's 20 kilogram, and the mu s of this friction is 0.3, and we know that it's dimensionless. We don't have any units about it. Okay. Now, what is the law of F? It's equal mg. Okay. We want to put we want to remove the 20 and put the F here. We will say it's 20 multiplied by 9.8. It will give us 196 Newton. Okay. Now we're gonna start. We have to say summation of Fy is equal 0, which is equal the n. Okay, it's up, it's positive, n minus the 196 minus the b sine 30. It's equal 0. Okay. Now, in this, we want the n. Okay. We will move this numbers to this side. It will give us the n equal 196 plus b sine 30. Okay. Just because we have two unknowns, we can't say anything. It's just say it's equation number 1. Okay. Now let's move to summation of Fx. It's equal b cosine 30, which is on the right, and we have a friction force on the left, which equal 0. Okay, that's the equation number 2, because already we have two unknown. Okay, and we have a law of friction, which we called Fund law, which called, it's mu s multiplied by n. Okay, we will put the mu s here, which is 0.3, multiplied by the n, which the n, I will put the n here. 196 plus b sine 30 plus, I'm sorry, that's it. Okay, now it will give us, after we multiply it, 58.8 plus 0.15 p. Okay, that's the equation number 3. Okay, now we're gonna say from equation number 2, which is the b cosine 30, okay, b cosine 30 minus, I will put, instead of f, this number, okay, I put 8.8 plus 0.15 p. Okay, it's 0, it's equal 0. Now after I multiply it, it will give us 0.87 minus 85.8 minus 0.15. I'm sorry, we will have here p and we have here p. Okay, it's equal 0. But in another way, we will put it like here, 87p minus 0.15 p minus 58.8 equals 0. Okay, because we want the p, it's alone. We will put the p's together, and 0.87 minus 0.15, which equal, we will move this to another side, 0.8. We will have the p when we divided this, okay, on 0.15, it will give us, the p is 82. Now we will put the p on the equation number 1 to give us the n, and we will put the p also in equation number 3 to give us the friction force. It will give us the normal force. It's equal to 237, and the friction force is 71. And that's it. Thank you.